Hey, what's up guys, I'm Stefan here, and today I'm bringing you another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a tier list of the Tales from the Pizzaplex Book 5 stories. And like usual, I am here joined by Shadow Libra, the man himself. Say hello.
What's up, everyone? I really like Book 5.
Me too. It is very good. It's a very
Thank you,
good,
Evan,
good
for
book.
letting me in this video.
Yeah, thank you for joining. Alright, so I think we should just get straight into it. Do you think that's a good idea?
No.
Oh. Well, well.
Two socially awkward people trying to make a video.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to contradict what you want. And we're just gonna get started. We're gonna get started with GGY. Oh yeah, wait. First, I want to make a couple small edits, okay? So, a couple small edits. Here's what I want to do. I want to move under construction up. I want to move claustrophobia up a little bit. And I want to move, where is it? Okay, yeah, I have frailty in S. I want to move it up a little bit to over here. And I want to move somnophobia here and pressure here. There. Okay, those are my changes. And, I think, actually, I'm gonna move this down a little bit too. Epilogue 4. So, shall we start with GGY now?
GGY!
GGY!
Very, very interesting.
Very controversial. Very controversial story.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even just because of the story itself. It's just because people don't like the reveal. Well, skill issue. It's canon now. Okay. Gregory's patient 46. A lot of people are coping about it, which is kind of funny. But
I've actually seen some people like still deny it.
Yeah, me too. I've seen some people deny it. And if you're one of those people in the comments down below, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry for saying that you're wrong. But
No.
GGY is a story itself. If we just disregard the reveal, whether you like it or not, what do you think about GGY as a story itself?
I like how it's kind of like a detective story.
I like that as well. I think that it's a very interesting story with and without the reveal, because it gives more context as to, like, around like security breach and the CDs and stuff. Like, disregarding the fact that it reveals Gregory to be patient 46, it tells us that it tells us like when approximately the therapy tapes actually happen, right? Because it tells us that because Tony says, oh yeah, the Pizzaplex was only opened a couple of years ago, and since there's Fast Life magazines, that means security breach, since it's 5 years after it opens, so this means that the CDs take place 5 years before security breach, or not 5 years, 3 years before security breach.
3 years,
so
yeah.
So that's very it's good to get like some extra context, and it makes it a little bit easier to make a timeline for this part of the make a timeline of events for this part of the timeline. So
There's like 3 different Pizzaplex eras.
A little bit. I mean, there's B7 that takes place in like the 80s, maybe 90s to 2000s. And then there's Help Wanted that it's kind of unclear where it takes place, maybe like the 2010s or 2020s or something. It could happen before FNAF 6. We don't really know for sure. It could be, or it could not be.
What I was like saying is, like, we have like a Pizzaplex that has attractions that are exclusively introduced in Tales. Other stories show the Pizzaplex like what we see in Security Breach, and then GGY and the Storyteller showed a Pizzaplex that's kind of mixed with the two.
Yeah, and I like how the Storyteller, it does, since it's very it's very clearly confirmed that the Storyteller is connected to the epilogues. And in the Storyteller, there's a tree that we don't see in Security Breach, meaning that the attractions do in fact change over time, which confirms that the other Tales stories are also in the game's timeline, because of like how they all connect and how they have different attractions, but it's because they changed over time. And I like that this I like that both GGY and the Storyteller just give a lot of context as to where certain things take place in the timeline, and the Storyteller also gives good context about like the glitch trap virus and stuff. But anyway, GGY, where would you put it on the tier list?
I think A.
I think I would agree with that.
Although I'm extremely biased.
I think I don't know whether or not I like it better than B7. I feel like no, I do not. I do not like it better than B7, but I think I'm gonna move B7 up a little bit, and I'm gonna move Epilogue.
Oh, you really
4
like
a little
B7?
bit down. I do like B7 a lot. I feel like it's underrated. It's a very good story.
Fair.
But you know what else is a good story? The Storyteller. Haha. Just that was a pun because it's called the Storyteller.
The Storyteller, actually.
I really don't know how I feel. I like it, but I don't love it, honestly. Give me your thoughts first.
I like seeing like the board of directors of Fazbear Entertainment.
Yeah, I like that as well.
I also like how we actually know how the glitch trap virus got spread.
Yeah, that's good to know. Like I said, it gives good context.
It was through a tiger in a tree.
Yeah. Okay, the reason that I don't know how I feel about the story, I like the basic concept. I feel like it's just written a little bit weirdly, like how it switches perspectives, and it keeps switching between calling Edwin and like Murray or whatever, because that's his last name, and like that's what Mr. Burrows would call him all the time. It would be like a little bit confusing, because it keeps switching between what you call them, so it's a little bit weirdly written in that way. But it's also weird how stupid Mr. Burrows is. Like he literally is like, oh yeah, he leaves the door open for ventilation, because he can't breathe with it closed. There's no ventilation in here, so let's close the door on him and punish him for snooping and stuff. So he's just like, and then later on, he's just like, yeah, he was literally like, okay, let's just trap him in there with no oxygen. But then he's just like, why is he not trying to get out? Dumbass, it's because you locked him in a tree with no oxygen. And he literally says as well, he's like, why can't he die properly? It's like, what? Why can't he die properly? Like, that shows his intention is literally to kill him, but he doesn't realize that what he's doing will kill him. It's like, it's so stupid. It's like, what is his goal exactly? I don't understand, and I think that's the main reason why I wouldn't put this story any higher than B tier, honestly. I think it's better.
That's it?
I think it's better than Cluthophobia, but I don't think it's better than Under Construction. Where would you put it?
I don't want to say because it's higher than B.
I will not judge you. I won't judge you. You can tell me what you want.
I liked it enough that I would have put it in F.
Damn. Okay, well. Very interesting take. I feel... Okay, I kind of want to save the Bobby Dots Part 2 for last. I want to talk about the epilogue first, because I feel like Bobby Dots Part 2 is going to be a lot more interesting to rank.
Okay.
So, Epilogue 5. What do you think about this?
I thought it was pretty uninteresting. I'm gonna be honest. Epilogue 5 was like the least interesting part of that book.
I honestly think that Epilogue 5 is literally the same as Epilogue 4, but like slightly worse. Like it's basically the same storyline. I feel like it's just like a little. It's kind of like filler. It's kind of just filler.
That's what it felt like too. Like, at least with like the Fazbear Frights, the epilogues always felt like they were bringing in something different.
Yeah, I feel like they really have to get these teenagers to either all die or one of them escape, or maybe a couple of them escape in the next epilogue, so that we can move on with the story and have like different themes. Like maybe we would have the idea of like maybe they would have to return to do something, I don't know, or someone else could show up, or like it could be that maybe the spirits or something in the Blob awaken, if there's spirits in the Blob, which I believe there to be. Like, it could be there's more that they could do with this, but they're just not doing it yet, and I feel like that's like the biggest problem with it so far.
I agree. Like, right now it's just like teenagers stuck in the remains of Pizza Sim, getting chased by the Mimic, and it's just continuing that over and over. Like, I feel like they need to just like bring in something new to the table.
I'm really interested though in Edwin's past, because he knows about the Mimic, right? And he's an engineer.
Yeah.
So what somebody suggested in the comments of one of my videos is that what if Edwin made the Mimic, and that makes sense, right? But what I thought of was the fact that Edwin said that he had a son, but something happened to that son, right?
I kind of thought of something similar.
Something happened to that son, right? And then he was like traumatized about it because of the Mimic, is what it seems like. So my idea is, what if one of the kids, one of the teenagers in the epilogues was Edwin's son? But I feel like if it would be anybody, I feel like it would be Nick, because he was the first to die and he didn't really interact with the Mimic at all. So you would think that the son of Edwin would know about the Mimic if Edwin had made the Mimic. So the fact that Nick is the one that barely interacted with it at all seems to indicate that maybe he could be Edwin's son. It's a theory. It doesn't have to be true. I'll talk about it in an upcoming theory video that I'm gonna work on, which will be based around the Storyteller. And I just feel like it's a really interesting idea, but I just feel like the epilogues aren't exploring those kinds of interesting ideas enough yet, and that's why I'm really excited for the Mimic story and Tiger Rock, because they're gonna like involve that stuff. So that's what I'm excited for, but the epilogues so far just aren't doing it for me. Like Epilogue 1 and Epilogue 3 I think were the best ones. Epilogue 2 was a little bit, it was kind of just set up. It wouldn't be bad if it was part of just a story, but since it's just a bookly thing, I guess is the best way to put it. It's a little bit boring because nothing really happened. But Epilogue 3 was great. Epilogue 4 was kind of just them trying to escape still, and Epilogue 5 was basically doing the exact same thing and them trying to escape in basically the same way, which is why I don't like it that much. I'd put it above Epilogue 2, but still I'd put it in C. Where would you put it?
I put it in D, to be honest.
D?
Yeah,
I think D is just reserved for Haps, honestly. At least so far.
Read Haps again.
Yeah, Haps I just didn't like because it was just all filler. Or not, most of it was just filler, and it was a really long story for no reason. Alright, it's now time for BOBBIEDOTS Part 2. So, where are we putting this? Give me your thoughts.
I love the BOBBIEDOTS as like a full story. And even Part 1 and 2 by themselves, I think are really good, because
I agree.
It's a lot of world building. It really, like, the enemies in BOBBIEDOTS, like the BOBBIEDOTS themselves, they have personalities.
Yeah, I really love the BOBBIEDOTS. I really love the BOBBIEDOTS as characters. I love all of the characters in both of the BOBBIEDOTS stories. But I don't know if you'll agree with this, but I'm gonna be straight with you. Abe is absolutely, without a doubt, the best Tales from the Pizzaplex protagonist. Do you agree?
I'm trying to think if I agree or not.
Trying to think about the other stories.
My favorite is Jessica.
That's fair. That's a fair choice. She is up there for me. I don't think she's the best though. I reread Frailty recently and I've grown new appreciation for it. I really like it like a lot more than I already did, and I already liked it a lot. But I think BOBBIEDOTS Part 2 is like so good. Honestly, it might be my favorite of the like actual stories. It might be. Okay, I like it better than Frailty. I will say that. Do I like it better than Somnophobia or not? That's my question. What do you think?
Yes.
Yes?
BOBBIEDOTS is like my favorite story. Part 1 and 2.
BOBBIEDOTS Part 1 was great, but I don't think it was it wasn't like the pinnacle of Tales from the Pizzaplex. But this is, and that's going at the top, right at the top of S tier, but underneath the epilogues. I still think the epilogues at 1 and 3 were best Tales from the Pizzaplex things so far. But
yeah,
I'm a bit like skeptical about the future ones though, because they're kind of just uneventful right now, and I just want more action. Right now it's just kind of repetitive. And I want I want, what's the word? I just want the story to progress more, so.
Yeah, just give us something different besides trying to escape
the mimic.
The pizza place.
Yeah, escape the pizza place, survive the mimic.
I almost said Pizzaplex, but
the Pizzaplex. Trying to escape the Pizzaplex. I really want there to be a story where they that flashes forward, like an epilogue that flashes forward to the Pizzaplex era, and where we learn the story of those people that went under Roxy Raceway when they found out about the when they realized that there was something underneath there. I want there to be an epilogue with those people and going down to explore and finding Burn Trap and stuff.
I feel like that'll be one of the last epilogues.
Probably. If that is to be an epilogue.
Yeah.
Then
it could just be a normal story.
It could be, yeah. That would work. Well, that was a very I think I'm happy with where we've put everything. Are you?
It's your tier list, so yes.
It is my tier list. You're just here for the extra commentary, and you're here to give me your thoughts so that I know, so I can be inspired by you.
You can make fun of me.
No. I'm not gonna make fun of you.
Out loud.
Out loud. To your face, on recording. Literally anywhere else, though, absolutely, I will make fun of you. No.
No.
But I kind of like how there's one story in each tier, in each of the top 4 tiers. That's kind of funny. But
let's go.
I think that's where we're gonna end the video. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to. And if you have not already, make sure to subscribe to the man himself, Shadow Libra.
Yes, please.
What's your next video planned to be about?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, doesn't matter what it's going to be about. It's going to be a banger. I'm confident in that. So that's why you should subscribe to Libra. Yeah. If you even make... No, but subscribe to Libra, because even though he doesn't upload as much as I do, when he does, it's always a banger. So subscribe to him and subscribe to me. I'm cool too.
Evan.
I'm cool
also
too, right?
To Arcade Endo.
Yeah, subscribe to Arcade Endo as well. We are making plans and things for thingies and stuff.
Yeah, and
so
don't forget underscore and Ozone and Ghost and Johnny Block
and Psychic.
Johnny Block.
Subscribe to Psychic.
Subscribe
Inky.
to Markiplier.
And subscribe to Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Ryan Reynolds so we can get updates on Deadpool 3.
Subscribe to the PewDiePie and T-Series.
Alright, let's end the video now. I hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you, well, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeah, I won't be seeing you.
You won't be in my next video, but you'll be in a future video. You'll be in a future video.
Subscribe to Good Mythical Morning.
Do it. Subscribe to Dan TDM.
Subscribe to Stampy.
Stampy. Don't subscribe to Popular MMOs. He fell off. But let's stop rambling. And let's just end the video now. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Scott. Bye.